Kayla Kate here again, and I'm following up on the previous video that I posted regarding what does it look like to create a culture of coaching, of feedback, where you're constantly getting information that helps you improve as a leader, as a team. There's no opportunity to create bad habits. What does that look like? So hopefully you've maybe taken time to think about and really evaluate to say, what is the level of feedback that your team has right now? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it helpful? Is it working for you? Is it working against you? So this video, I want to share just a few practical tips for you to think about. Maybe you're already doing them, but if you want to kind of move forward in a way that kind of deepens that culture of coaching and feedback, is some things to think about. So there's definitely more tips than these I could share, but here are just a few kind of starter tips. So the first one is to think about your level of depth of relationships with you that you currently have with your team. So, have you built trust among your team? Have you built connection where you can have hard conversations, or where you can even just feel the freedom to give feedback in the moment of, hey, are you sure we should do that? Some people don't even feel comfortable making suggestions to their boss, say, or something. And so, to really first evaluate, do we just need to grow trust among our team? Do we need to grow, have better communication and connection, and look for those areas to build that kind of safety, so to speak? And then from there, you want to think about, okay, what, where, and who needs more consistent feedback. So, who among the team maybe needs some more guidance? Maybe there's people on your team that maybe are super independent and go getters and don't need as much kind of constant interaction. But maybe there's some people that really need more investment. So, who are those people? What departments maybe need a little extra TLC, a little more engagement? And then, kind of where maybe there's certain projects that are ongoing that are really big right now for your team that you really need to actually have a little more investment in. So that's kind of something to think about as you're, again, just kind of evaluating the culture that you currently have. And then, of course, from there, once you've kind of identified those things, is to think about, okay, what does this look like moving forward? What's the keys that we need to implement? And so, say specifically, you have someone on your team or department that you're like, okay, we need to increase this feedback, communication. One thing specifically that I'd say with this that's really key is to make sure you include them in that conversation. Oftentimes, what I see is a leader, a team, a boss, whoever will say, okay, I'm going to start giving them more feedback. And then it's just kind of gone from 0 to 60, or it can feel probably for the team like 0 to 160. And all of a sudden, your boss is super engaged and giving you all this feedback. And so make sure you really engage them in the solution, in the plan, in the, come humbly saying, hey, I haven't been super consistent at, engaging in this process. I want to, and just start that conversation. And then from there, make sure that you kind of a month out or 2 months out, set a plan that's specifically, or a meeting that's specifically just to say, hey, what's working with this feedback and what's not? Maybe it's coming at them too fast, too often, too much. Maybe they will say, it feels like you're just attacking me all the time. Like, now I can't do anything right. But where you have that conversation to say, it might be a process to kind of slow drip the feedback in a little more if it's not something your team is used to. And kind of just the last thing I'll say, and again, there's so much to this, but is to really find and create a plan and a structure where you can give this intentional feedback. There's a team I work with that they use what's called 15-5. It's a system out there that I believe it's weekly, sends questions to the team, where then the leader every week gets feedback on how certain things are going. And so, whatever you can do to make it easy to get feedback is the goal. So, just think, what systems can we put in place? What kind of automatic things can we do to make sure as a leader, you're getting that feedback. You should want that feedback to see it as a gift that it is, and kind of go from there. So again, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your questions, what works, what doesn't work, and go from there. But until next time, and please keep sending in topics you'd like to hear and what that looks like, and we'll keep rolling along with the videos. So thanks so much, and talk to you soon.